Hello everyone. Welcome back to Wanderlust Ventures, the place where we dive deep into fascinating stories, global shifts, and surprising truths that the world often overlooks. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because today's topic is going to completely change the way you see the future of global power. Now, when you hear about superpowers, the same names always come up: the United States, China, Russia. America, in particular, has long carried the crown of being the world's most powerful nation, its military, economy, and culture dominating for decades. But here's the shocking twist: what if a much smaller nation, often underestimated, could rise so rapidly that in just 10 years, it might challenge America's dominance? Yes, we're talking about Malaysia. At first, it might sound unbelievable. After all, Malaysia isn't usually mentioned in conversations about global leadership. But when we start unpacking the details, its strategic geography, booming economy, technological growth, green energy initiatives, and balanced diplomacy, the picture becomes crystal clear. Malaysia may not surpass America in raw military size or GDP, but in terms of influence, growth rate, sustainability, and future readiness, it has the potential to become a model that outshines even the mighty United States. In today's video, we'll uncover the hidden reasons why Malaysia might actually beat America in the next decade. From controlling one of the world's most important trade routes to becoming a hub for digital innovation and cultural power, Malaysia is playing a long game that few are noticing, but one that could change everything. So grab your seat, stay tuned till the end, and let's dive into this eye-opening journey together, right here on Wanderlust Ventures. Economic growth: Malaysia rising, America stagnating. America's economy is still the largest in the world, but it faces serious challenges: rising debt, over $35 trillion, slowing growth, and internal political divisions. By contrast, Malaysia has been steadily growing and diversifying its economy. Malaysia is transforming itself from a resource-based economy, rubber, palm oil, tin, into a hub for electronics, semiconductors, green energy, and digital services. By 2035, experts predict Malaysia could join the ranks of high-income nations if it maintains its current trajectory. The real difference is growth potential. And Malaysia's GDP growth is projected at 4 to 5% annually. And America's growth, weighed down by debt and an aging population, hovers around 1 to 2%. That means Malaysia's relative economic power is climbing faster. Within 10 years, Malaysia may not overtake the US in absolute GDP, but it could beat America in growth rate, trade influence, and regional economic leadership. Technology and digital revolution. Here's a surprise: Malaysia is quickly emerging as a tech hub in Asia. Cities like Kuala Lumpur, Penang, and Cyberjaya are attracting global tech giants, from Intel and Dell to local unicorn startups. The government has launched the Malaysia Digital Initiative, aiming to make the nation a leader in AI, blockchain, robotics, and fintech. Meanwhile, America is suffering from tech overconcentration. Silicon Valley is powerful, yes, but US tech growth is hitting roadblocks due to regulation, data privacy battles, and political polarization. Malaysia, on the other hand, is offering tax incentives, cheaper skilled labor, and government support to foreign investors. In fact, Penang is now called the Silicon Valley of the East. With semiconductor production booming, exactly the industry America is desperate to dominate to reduce its reliance on China. If Malaysia continues this trend, it could surpass America as a critical supplier of global chip technology within the decade. Education and talent development. America's universities are famous, but student debt and falling education standards are becoming a crisis. Malaysia is going the opposite way. It's investing in affordable, high-quality education with a focus on STEM fields. Malaysia attracts international students from all over Asia, Africa, and the Middle East because of its English-friendly environment, cultural diversity, and relatively low tuition fees. This means Malaysia could become a brain hub, producing skilled graduates while America loses its dominance as a destination for international students. By 2035, Malaysia might not only supply its own economy with skilled professionals, but also export talent across the region, strengthening its global influence. Urban growth and lifestyle appeal. Kuala Lumpur is transforming into a futuristic megacity with skyscrapers, modern infrastructure, and efficient public transport like the MRT system. Compare that with many American cities struggling with homelessness, crumbling infrastructure, and high living costs. Malaysia offers a lower cost of living, safer cities, and cultural inclusivity, which makes it a magnet for digital nomads, retirees, and investors. More and more foreigners are considering Malaysia as a base, especially with the Malaysia My Second Home (MM2H) visa program. In the next 10 years, if Malaysia becomes the preferred hub for expats and global businesses while U.S. cities decline, it could easily outshine America in terms of lifestyle quality and attractiveness to outsiders. Sustainability and green energy. The future belongs to countries that master green technology. America is still heavily dependent on oil and gas politics, while Malaysia is investing in renewable energy like solar, hydropower, and even exploring hydrogen. Malaysia is also rich in natural biodiversity, forests, and water resources, giving it a unique edge in the fight against climate change. By positioning itself as a green leader, Malaysia could attract massive global investment and set standards that even America would need to follow. Geopolitics, Malaysia's balanced diplomacy. America is increasingly seen as polarizing, forcing countries to pick sides in its rivalry with China. Malaysia, however, plays a smart diplomatic game. It maintains good relations with China, the US, Europe, and the Middle East, without openly taking sides. This flexibility gives Malaysia more freedom to attract investment, trade deals, and political goodwill from multiple powers. Over the next decade, America might weaken by overextending itself in conflicts, while Malaysia strengthens by being a bridge builder in a divided world. Cultural soft power. Hollywood dominates global culture, but it's fading. American music, films, and social media are still powerful, yet the world is becoming more regionally diverse in its cultural consumption. Malaysia, with its unique mix of Malay, Chinese, Indian, and indigenous cultures, represents a melting pot that appeals to global audiences. Through food, tourism, music, and media, Malaysia is quietly building soft power. By 2035, Kuala Lumpur could rival New York or Los Angeles as a global cultural hub, especially as more people turn away from Western dominance. The future, why Malaysia could outshine America. So, will Malaysia actually beat America in the next 10 years? Let's be clear, America will remain a giant in military and technology for decades. But beating doesn't always mean military dominance or GDP size. Sometimes, it means becoming the more attractive, sustainable, and influential model for the future. If Malaysia keeps growing at its current pace, it might beat America in regional leadership, economic growth rates, technological innovation, lifestyle appeal, and global diplomacy. America may stay a superpower, but Malaysia could quietly become the super success story of the 21st century. The idea that Malaysia could beat America sounds unbelievable at first, but history is full of surprises. Just a few decades ago, no one thought South Korea or Singapore would rise as global leaders. Today, Malaysia has the same opportunity. With its strategic location, booming economy, digital revolution, green energy, balanced diplomacy, and cultural richness, Malaysia could emerge as a global role model while America struggles with internal crises. The next 10 years will tell us everything. Will America maintain its dominance, or will Malaysia rise as the unexpected challenger? One thing is certain, the world should not underestimate Malaysia's potential.